Imagine yourself in the future trying to lay down your child. They keep getting up, running around the house, and just giving you this giant headache. Instead of constantly trying to put them back into bed and making them stay, why not read them a story instead? It is proven that reading a book before bed helps them unwind and also gets them relaxed so they can sleep. According to the survey I gave you, 30% of you don't like to read, and of the people who do like to read, 40% of you don't have time to read or hasn't in a long time. Though the need to read is great in all of us, the need is even greater in children. Some people would argue that reading is just for entertainment, but studies have shown that reading to a child significantly improves his or her ability to succeed in life. According to the Literacy Company's article, Reading, Literacy, and Education Statistics of 2011, children who have not developed some sort of basic literacy skills before they enter school are 3 to 4 times more likely to drop out than those who have. Today I hope to convince you to read regularly to the children in your lives. First, I'll establish the problems children may encounter if they aren't read to. Then I'll explain the benefits of children and what they have accomplished when they are being read to. And then last, how to finally incorporate regular reading time into your daily lives. Reading does not need to begin when a child is old enough to understand what's being said. It can start prenatal. And even though a child can read by itself, does not mean reading time has to stop. On average, disadvantaged students in the first grade have a vocabulary of approximately half of those of advantaged students, which is about 3,000 to 5,000 words. That means if a child is not exposed early to word recognition and vocabulary, they can only understand 15,000 to 2,500 words. Also from the article, Reading, Literacy, and Education Statistics from the Literacy Company in 2011, stated that 44% of all 4th grade American children cannot read fluently, even when they read at grade level under supportive testing conditions. Problems don't end there. It is estimated that more than $2 billion is spent each year on children who have to repeat grade levels because of poor literacy skills. And even though there is 500,000 words in the English language, only 1/3 of all of our written language is made up of 22 words. There is a dire need to educate children early so they do not fall into these statistics, and also to raise the literacy rate of all children who will use these skills in their teenage and adult life. Though these statistics may be alarming, they can be drastically lowered if each family reads at least 1 book a day to a child they know. Earlier I mentioned that reading can start prenatal, and even though it might be silly, there is benefits for both you and the baby. By 18 weeks, the baby can hear everything that's going on and be soothed by your words. One of the most important elements of reading to a child is the bonding experience it creates. And this experience can begin early by reading simple books such as Winnie the Pooh or Dr. Seuss. Between the baby first comes out of the world and its first year, the baby has already begun to catalog everything it feels, hears, and touches. At ages 0 to 3 months, a baby will recognize and be soothed by familiar stories that it was read to during pregnancy. And at this point in time, the context of the book doesn't really matter. It's all about that bonding experience that will keep the child excited for reading in the future. At months 4 to 6 months, a baby starts recognizing and understanding the world around them. At this stage, it is most important to pick books with lots of textures in them, so they can connect the textures in the book and the world around them. And from ages 7 to 12 months, at this stage is where the reading starts to develop a deeper meaning. At this age, the child starts becoming involved in the book. They get excited and they sit through the entire thing. They might even point at pictures and turn the page. A child's life after its first year is when lifelong educational lessons start to develop. Information gathered from Stan J. Temple's article promoting literacy 2 to 3 years old from 2009 states that this is when a child starts to learn these lifelong lessons, such as how to care and share, how to go to the bathroom, how to interact with others, and how to share their toys. They'll also start to recognize and match letters and numbers in the books that you show them. They'll also start to recognize by themselves different parts of their body, such as their ears, nose, and eyes. At ages 3 to 4 years old, a child starts to connect between the spoken and the written word. You can help enhance this connection by running your finger along the sentence as you read it. At this age, the child also starts to develop a sense of diversity. Not everyone looks the same. They notice their shape, their gender, and their color is different. And they'll also start to recognize simple words in the story, such as dog, cat, and car. Reading to a child from ages 1 to 5 is all about helping the child connect between the written and the spoken word, along with enhancing the child's communication skills along with their vocabulary. Information taken from S. Wise's article, Reading Aloud to Kids, 12 Benefits of Reading Out Loud to Children of All Ages, of 2005, contestants read to their kindergarten-age children 3 times a week, and 86% of these people in this study noticed significantly that their child had recognized that sentences indicate the spoken word, that sentences are written from left to right, that spaces mean separation of words, and that a book has structure, as in the book has a beginning, middle, and end. Taken from that same article by S. Weiss from 2009, has concluded that reading to a child also lengthens her attention span, which will help them achieve better grades in school, along with enabling them to express themselves more clearly, understanding grammar and sentence structure, and strengthens their memory skills. Now that you know the benefits, I hope you take action to jumpstart your child's learning ability by reading at least 1 book a day to any child you know. It could be before nap time, before bedtime, or any time in between. Just 1 book can help a child stay out of those statistics that I mentioned earlier. Today I hope I convinced you to start reading to the children in your life. Remember that reading doesn't need to start when a child understands them. It can start prenatal to have that connection, that bond that keeps up people excited about reading. Later in life, they begin to develop textures through the books. They also see the diversity in people, and also it helps them strengthen their memory and their attention span to help them achieve better grades in school. With all these things that your children has already learned, imagine what he or she can learn if they continue to read throughout their life. Thank you.